Hi, everybody. Hey, welcome to another Thoughtful Thursday. I am your host, Jack Randall. Each week, I'm pleased as punch to offer you with practical tips, tools, and insights to help you pursue your calling with a passion to find new joy, meaning, and fulfillment in life. I'm really excited today, especially excited for this session because we're starting on a series of 8 sessions on your personal success system. I'll get into that in a little bit. First off, let me start with a quote by Michael Jordan, the great philosopher Michael Jordan, who said, and I really like this, some people want it to happen, some wish it to happen, and others make it happen. He's right. So which one of those are you? Are you somebody who wants it to happen, somebody who wishes it to happen, or somebody who will make it happen? So what's your situation today? Maybe you're in the middle of midlife. You're asking, is this all there is in life? Am I stuck here in this position, or is there more to life? Or finally, maybe you're somebody who's nearing retirement, but you don't know what that next mountain is to climb, that next series in life that you haven't been looking forward to, but maybe you need to look forward to because maybe it's a time when you can really explode your energies, your experience, and your passions to go after something that's on your heart. What situation are you in? You know, I've worked with a lot of people as a coach through the years, and some people have various expectations what the future is going to look like for them. But as I inquire of them, what are you doing specifically to make sure you arrive there? I get a lot of blank looks because a lot of people really don't have a plan. They're just hoping that they will be to a point in 5 years where they're happy. Well, the sad thing is, unless you know what the future looks like, and unless you're driving your life there on purpose, there's very, very good chance that you're not going to make it unless you're driving it there. For example, let's say you want to go to a particular destination in your car. You hop in the car, you turn on the ignition, and you pop it and drive and get into the back seat. And you expect that you're going to get to your destination. It's like that in life. You wouldn't think of doing that with your car. Why do we think that we're going to do that with our life? So really, what do you want your life to look like 5 years from now? If you say, well, I can't do that. I can't envision that. I don't know what things are going to pop up. I get that. Life is unpredictable. But unless we have a clear image and a plan and a system for how we're going to get there, our chances of success are greatly diminished. So when I ask about what you want your life to look like in 5 years, your calling that we talk about every week, your calling is part of that. So again, I ask, what do you want your life to look like in 5 years? You have dreams and expectations for your future, but how do you know that those dreams and expectations can or will become a reality for you? Your intentions are good. I meet a lot of people with good intentions, and they're committed. But is that enough? And I would say, spoiler alert, if you don't purposely drive your life, your expectations of what you want out of life probably won't be met. Don't let that happen to you. You want to drive it on purpose. Maybe many of you have made a New Year's resolution. Maybe you've made a New Year's resolution just a few days ago. It's early. Maybe some of you have made a New Year's resolution. Maybe you've made a New Year's resolution several weeks ago on New Year's. You made that resolution, but here's a reality check. I just came across a 2019 Best Life Online article which pointed to a more recent survey by Statista reflecting that only 4% of those who made their resolutions for in this case, the 2018 New Year, stated that they kept them a year later. Only 4%. 4%. That's not very high. Why? Because life, human nature to put things off, and distractions get in the way. They don't have a clear vision, no clear plan to get there. They're just committed that they want to achieve that goal. That's not enough. Good intentions and commitments are a good start, but they cannot guarantee success in life. So is there any hope? Yes, absolutely yes. But chaining yourself to a boring plan just won't do it. You need a step-by-step system that I've developed over the years to help guide you. I've used this with corporate clients with great success, but the principles still remain, and they'll work for you in your personal life. So maybe I'm not necessarily talking about a New Year's resolution. I'm talking about your life and your calling. This would work for that. It'll even work for if you just want to lose a few pounds, whatever it is you want. It's a personal success system for the next 5 years. It's an 8-part series. This is the first of 8 parts that I'm really excited to share with you, and we're going to start on that today. For example, let's say you want to attend an upcoming concert presented by a famous band. It's your favorite band. You want to go. It'll be held about an hour away from you. It's free admission, but limited seating, and it's first come, first served basis. You quickly see yourself there having fun with your best friend who's going with you, who already wants to go too. You plan that you will be driving and that you plan your route and the time it'll take. You calculate how long it'll take to drive there and how early you need to be there to get the best seats to make this a fun and successful concert. You've got all this in your mind. Chances are that you will have a great time. You had the vision, you had the pieces, and you had the plan. Those are the main ingredients. We do this all the time, and we don't even realize this. In the personal 5-year success system I show you, it's based on the same key factors you just used to get to and enjoy that concert we talked about. However, it deals with purposely driving your life over the next 5 years on purpose, not just popping it in gear and expecting to get there. You're behind the wheel. So this has many applications. It could be your personal life, could be your corporate life, it could be for weight loss, your vocation, for just finding your calling. It could be for any one of these things. But the reason I'm gearing it for the next 5 years for your life is your calling becomes part of that. That's why they're linked and yoked together. So for this 8-part series that we're embarking on, I'm going to call it your 5-year personal success system for your life. So let's talk about part 1. In part 1, what are we talking about here? Well, I'm going to title part 1, Consider the Components. Now, I just happen to have here a model car kit. Now, when I was growing up, I was the model car guru. I mean, I sniffed more glue putting together model cars than anybody I know of. I was passionate about it, but they were a part of my life, and I really enjoyed it. When I did so, the first thing you notice when you're in the store shopping for a model car kit, or it could be a boat or a plane kit or whatever, is the box. You notice the design on the box. You want what's pictured there. And maybe it's a complicated model, maybe it's a very simple model like this one, but I chose this one because of the box. So when you're talking about your life, your personal success system, what are you expecting? Well, I would say, just like the model cars I used to put together, consider the components. So in other words, what do you want in the next 5 years? Let's take a look at those 3 main components. Well, if we open this thing up, if I can get it open. Come on, open up. We have the box. We have the parts and pieces. We have some more pieces. And we have the plans. We have the plans. So in the same way, your 5-year plan, where you're going, the system we're talking about for your life success, consists of those 3 components. So let's talk about them. Just like that model car kit, you had the vision or the picture. That's why the manufacturer uses the box, so you go, I want that. I'm picturing that same thing. That's what I want. That's why your vision of what you want matches that's why you bought the thing. So the box becomes your vision. Why do you need that? Is because you know what your expectations are. So you have to have that clear vision. The second thing is the pieces. Well, what are the parts that I have to work with? Every model car kit that I put together through the years, the first thing they said in the instruction is, get used to the pieces. Familiarize yourself with the pieces. What are you going to be expecting to work with, in this case, for your life in the next 5 years? What are the pieces you're going to want? What are the pieces you're going to need? And how do they fit together? And lastly, you have the instructions, or you have the plan. You have to have a plan. I can't tell you how many model cars, I can tell you this now, years later, that I would say, oh, I just want something to do. I grabbed the box, threw it away, and started gluing the pieces together. I ruined a lot of cars because I realized that I had glued some things together that you don't put it together in that order. I forgot all about the plans. The plans were there to help me achieve what it was that I wanted, but I just simply abandoned them. These are the mistakes a lot of people use with their life. They have no vision, they don't know what to expect, and they really don't care to follow a plan. They just expect things to happen. So I would say use the same example I did with model cars, and you can achieve success. You can achieve that success based on your actions. There's an old Japanese proverb that's really applicable here, and I'm going to talk about this in future sessions too, but it says that vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. A lot of people have dreams of what they want, but it's just a daydream because they don't follow it up. But on the other hand, you have people out there acting, but they don't know what they're expecting in the future. The same thing with our lives, and the same thing I want to help you as your coach as you're going along here. There's an expression that we use in the coaching business that says, by Marshall Goldsmith, that said, what got you here won't get you there. In other words, life comes at us in stages, but unless we're preparing and have a clear vision of what we want in the next 5 years, we may not get there unless we're prepared for it. So what worked for us in the past, we may have to change up entirely for the next 5 years if we plan for it. If you're struggling to try and get here, from here to there, I should say, with regard to your calling, your personal life, I can help. I'm going to step with you in the next 7 parts here, so bear with me, and it's going to be a messy process, I guarantee you, but it's a good process, and it's a proven process. The next 5 years can be whatever it is that you want them to be, but you have to have a clear vision, you have to know the pieces and the components, and you have to have a plan and instruction, follow the instructions to get there. How can I help? Please get a hold of me at jack@windmillleadership.com or put a comment in the link below. Again, like, share, subscribe. I want to help as many people as I can. As I close each session, remember, if you know your maker, the best is yet to come.